Tell us what you think. In person, over the phone, online. Watch and hear yourself on TV. You tell us, we air it. This is the Local Live.
Hello, Larchmont and Mamaroneck. I'm Anthony Carlo.
And I'm Erica Lynn. Welcome to the Local Live, the only hyperlocal community news program that covers what's happening around your community.
How are you today, Erica?
I'm excited for the fall, Anthony. How about yourself?
Summer person, but yes, excited for the fall.
That's great.
Well, we've got a lot in store for you this evening, so let's get this show on the road.
Joining Mike Witch and Rebecca Berman later on, hip-hop legend and health ambassador Easy AD is here, and we'll talk about their efforts to get kids into healthy eating and living in our schools. But now, let's take a look at tonight's stories.
Why was Homix Road in the news this week? Stay tuned.
Do you believe in luck? We will tell you all about the lottery for 51 new affordable condos in Larchmont.
And Rye-Neck goalie Rich Barrios made this week's LMC Varsity Sports Play of the Week.
You don't need to be a kid to enjoy Big Truck Day, right, Anthony?
No, not at all. Do your kids know what to do in case of a fire? Fire safety and more from our local heroes on the first annual Fire Department Day at Harbor Island.
lmc-tv producer Andre Gordon contributes a Vespa story. Stay tuned.
As we do each show, we ask your help finding a new home for our friendly pet of the week.
On Sunday afternoon, News 12 reported an accident outside the Homix ice rink with shocking pictures that could have ended in a tragedy. Stephen Hoffenberg, a 73-year-old Greenwich native, told News 12 that he was on his way to attend his grandson's hockey game. He followed a sign that stated additional pool parking, and he continued driving off the edge of an unmarked dead-end ramp, leading to a sudden drop. Hoffenberg and his daughter Hillary Komora told police the ramp needed to be blocked off. However, by Monday afternoon, there was still no warning sign.
The incident sparked social media interest, and Susan Markowitz-Cohen commented on Facebook, saying, quote, "This is an incredible example of community action. Thanks to this woman and her father for bringing it to our attention and helping prevent a disaster. Hopefully, they will put up ropes, chains, and gates," end quote.
Well, the Local Live did a follow-up to see if the town did just that. As promised, Town of Mamaroneck Administrator Steve Altieri clearly marked and sealed off the ramp, preventing any incidents. The additional parking sign has since been removed. Mr. Hoffenberg doesn't plan on suing the town, but wanted to bring awareness to the community and prevent anyone else from making the same hazardous mistake. On September 30th, at the Larchmont Village Center, 300 applicants were entered into a lottery for 51 new Pinebrook condos on Palmer Ave. As previously reported, this development in Larchmont is an affordable housing opportunity for first-time home buyers. Some hopeful potential owners gave us their reaction.
I never knew or thought that I would have a chance like this, so I'm really happy about it. To be number 17.
I think it's a great opportunity for people to apply for these kind of affordable housing units. And my number is 129. Unfortunately, there are only 51 units available. And, you know, they told us there are a lot of applications may or may not go through, so I'm just waiting to get an positive answer.
After the lottery has been conducted, the qualification process will begin. Housing Action Council officials advised the remaining applicants who were not a part of the Lucky 51 not to give up hope, as some applicants may not proceed beyond the qualification process.
Let's have a peek at what's happening in this week's local news. It's time for In the Media.
More trains for Metro North commuters. The Mamaroneck Daily Voice reports that beginning November 9th, the rail will run off-peak and weekend trains every half hour in both directions. On the downside, the Daily Voice also says that Metro North has seen a spike in crime, especially the theft of expensive items that are often left momentarily unattended. So hold on to your stuff, folks. One book, one Mamaroneck. That's the theme of 12 October community events organized by the Larchmont and Mamaroneck Public Libraries. They seek to unite our community through reading. The book is I Am Malala by Malala Yousafzai, the Pakistani girl who stood up for education and was shot by the Taliban. There are lectures on topics ranging from international human rights, courage and empowering youth, to book group discussions and film screenings. For full details, check out The Loop, as well as the library websites. It's an early Halloween parade for the kids. According to the Hamlet Hub, this year's annual Ragamuffin Parade is set for October 18th. Lineup begins at 12:30 at the corner of Larchmont and Palmer Avenues, with the March to Larchmont Hall starting at 1. The rain date is October 25th. Wondering what the frick is going on? Find out when the director of the Frick Collection of New York City speaks at the Larchmont Public Library on October 5th. According to the patch, Ian Wardropper, a Larchmont resident himself, will speak about the museum's history, the collection, and the controversial plans for a 6-story addition to the Frick Mansion. And from the Larchmont Village area on the West Coast, in case you haven't heard, perennial bachelor heartthrob George Clooney is married. If you were there, let us know. We want details. And that's what's in the media this week. I'm Maura Carlin.
Hello, Mamaroneck. I'm Carly Rose, and you are watching The Local Live.
We're just oh, hello. Go. Slow. Whoa. Traffic light? It may look like one, but we're actually going to be talking about healthy living and healthy eating. And the program is called Hip Hop Heals. And I'm here with Rebecca.
Hi, Mike. How are you?
I'm good. I can't wait to talk about this. We have a great guest tonight, Easy AD.
I know, it's very cool.
And he's going to be answering our questions about Hip Hop Heals. And as always, people can call in, right? Ask questions too?
Absolutely.
Tell them how.
And they can email, you can tweet us, you can call in, and all the information's on the screen.
Well, let me now introduce our guest. Welcome, AD.
Well, I'm glad to be here. It's a wonderful evening.
You're going to tell us about how you got that name, Easy AD.
Well, in 1977, I began rhyming. And because I could play basketball really well, you know, they call me AD, Adrian Dantley. Happens to be my name. And I was always easygoing, relaxed, so I became, because I went Supreme Easy AD. So I left the Supreme off as I became older, and it's now just Easy AD because I'm easygoing. I don't really get excited, but I love to bring excitement.
Good. Well, I hope you bring excitement to our show. And just from the little bit that we've been talking before our live segment tonight, it sounds like it's going to be pretty exciting. Tell me about Hip Hop Heals.
Well, Hip Hop Heals is a program where we teach kids calorie literacy. It's a school-based program. We target young people between the grades of third to sixth grade. We do an assembly setting where we use audio response devices. We use comic books to reinforce our messages. We have jump ropes. We have T-shirts. It's a real interactive program. We use the hip-hop culture to engage the kids, and it's a fantastic program. It's teaching health messages in a brand new way.
And we found you down at Harbor Island originally. Yeah, you were doing a demonstration.
Absolutely, we had a wonderful time down at that space.
And you brought with you a collection of some of the giveaways.
Oh, absolutely. I think that well, we know that based on how we put the program together is that young people, they like gifts, and they like music. They like interaction. They like people to share instead of tell them what to do. So when they answer one of our wonderful questions, they get an opportunity to win one of these wonderful prizes on the table. But one of the things that we do, every kid that comes to our program, they receive our comic books. We have a comic book that says, watch your calories and one exercise and be calorie-wise, because calories is very important when you're growing up to understand what calories are about.
Now, I know that you said you've performed at the White House because this program is linked with Mrs. Obama's healthy eating initiative.
Yes.
Yeah? Can you explain that a little bit?
Absolutely. Through our, I would say, our mother program, Hip Hop Public Health, we had an opportunity to perform on the Hop 2 stage the first time we went to the White House. And what we did is we did some of our songs, again, about healthy lyrics with funky hip hop beats. That was the first year. Then the second year, we did a song with Dr. Oz, Ashante, and Artie Green, Dougie, and myself.
You're dropping a lot of important names here, right? Dr. Oz, Ashante.
And he's all relaxed and just easy.
Absolutely.
He's easy, yes, exactly.
And we had a good time. We performed on the main stage, and for me, it's impactful to be able to go from a small program out of Harlem Hospital to the White House and actually perform at the Easter egg, I think, event they have every 2 years. We can go. We can't go every year because they have to change up the lineup. So we may be going not next year, but maybe the year after, last year.
Did you get the president up on stage?
Absolutely not. The president was very busy doing what he had. His schedule was very tight. So maybe the next time we go, we might be able to get him on stage.
Well, Rebecca and I are not going to ask for a pass because you guys got to stay tuned and watch this because we're going to be doing some dancing. The first time on the local live.
And Mike is really good at it.
I wouldn't say that. But Easy, or I should say AD, you're going to show us, you're going to take us through this step.
Absolutely. We have a song called Hip Hop Lean, and it's really about getting the kids moving and active, making them have fun. And when they listen to music, and most kids listen to the word, they hear the beat first, but then they listen to the words. And the words is about getting moving and being active. And I think that it's important that the kids keep moving and being active because obesity is a very high in our country, and so we're trying to make sure kids get a basis of information on calorie literacy, on what types of food to eat, and exercise, and drink lots of water.
But your approach is so different. We have a question?
Yeah, we have a question from Diana Vasquez. She says, how did you come up with the program? Any inspiration?
Well, I didn't come up with the program. Dr. Williams came up with the program. He had a concept. We were reading some information about, they had created a new initiative about all the restaurants had to list their calories on the board.
Right.
So we said, well, how could we incorporate that and make it fun for kids? So that's how we came with the program. So Hip Hop Heals stands for Healthy Eating and Living in Schools, but I like to say healthy eating and learning in schools.
Yeah, that's great.
Living and learning. Yeah,
I know, they're
absolutely
right.
Both.
Yeah, exactly.
So hip hop it's something that the kids take to very easily.
Right. One of the things that we wanted to do, and because a lot of programs have used the word hip hop.
Yes.
All right, but they didn't really have capture what hip hop, the essence of hip hop is, and hip hop is a culture which incorporates some very, very cool things, and because I'm one of the pioneers of the culture, at the beginning of the culture, it was inclusive, not exclusive. So hip hop culture, the first 4 elements were DJing, graffiti, b-boying, and MCing. So we incorporate that in our program because I'm the MC. We use the music.
Right.
We also have DJing and MC, and it's a call and response. So it's like fun. You play music, and I like to use this word called neuroassociation. We all remember our favorite song. We remember the words, remember where we was. So when we play the music, we want to make sure they understand, like when they hear the music, they're going to be like, oh, I heard that song. I was in auditorium doing Hip Hop Heals.
But is rap part of the culture as well?
Absolutely. Rap is what an MC does.
Okay.
So rap is part of what an MC does. Because if you're an MC, you're several things. Because before we begin the program, I go over the culture. So I'm the MC, I'm the master of ceremony, I'm the mic controller, and I move the crowd.
Okay. There is actually a minute-and-a-half video that you provided for us that sort of is a little mini documentary about this program, Hip Hop Heals. And I think we could take a look at it now, and it'll show the kids in action and you in action.
Well, it has our founder. It has one of our I guess the person who's with us, Dougie Fresh, and myself, and some of the other key components, people who work in the program.
Okay, let's take a little bit of short look at this minute and a half. Let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Doug E. Fresh, and I brought with me all-star cast. I got the one and only COC, and I need everybody to get up on the floor and jump into this scene that we call the Calorie Team. Now, I got the Hip Hop MD, and I got all of y'all with me. Are you ready?
Get up and move your body. It'll make your brain much smarter. Get up and move your body. Exercise the calorie wise. Come on, let's go. Get up and move.
By us sharing this information with the young people through hip hop and health, it gives them better choices.
You got it. Let's go.
Whoa, yo, stop me. What y'all got me? Tastes pretty good, but it looks real sloppy. 6 in the morning, it ain't funny being hungry, but it ain't no joke.
Y'all in here that feel good, I want you to make some noise.
We thought that if we do it in a way that it was fun, kids would just get excited about it and they'll retain the knowledge. And then they'll go home, talk about it with their friends, tell their mother, their father about it, and it'll just go to that level where the information will be useful.
COC, man. What it be, man?
It's not just one person. We come together with a collective effort, man. That's how this thing happens.
Watch your calories. Say what? If you're healthy, then you watch your calories. Sing it. If you're healthy and you know it, and you're not afraid to show it. If you're healthy, then you watch your calories.
Boy, that looks like a lot of fun. But it also looks educational, and it certainly moves. And you got some very nice animation in there, some cartooning, right?
Absolutely. We have Electric Black and Bill. Both of them, they collaborated with Sesame Street, so they're Emmy Award winners, I think 7 times. So we brought in some really good people because we want to make sure that our messages get across to the young people, and it connect with them, because a lot of times when people are doing public health education for kids, they don't connect with them. And so one of the things that we did do moving forward, we created advisory boards in different schools. So we ran all of our products through the young people before we displayed it.
Sounds smart.
That's
Hang on for
really
one
great.
second. We have a caller. Go ahead, caller. You're on the local live with AD. Ask away.
Hello. Hello.
Hello?
Hi. Yeah, I went to a class about diabetes because I had pre-diabetes, and they suggested that I look at the total carbohydrates on the packages rather than sugar, and to always have less than 60 grams of total carbohydrates. I know there's a lot of talk about sugar, but it's the total carbohydrate in the main meals, and then you snack between meals. Also, Mike Witch, I was one of your first students in Mamaroneck High School there, and with all the talk about Playland, they never talk about the airplane coaster that was removed in 1957. That was the #1 money-making attraction. It was a plan 20 years ago to rebuild that, and maybe you could do a show on that sometime.
Okay, well, thank you very much for calling. You're not a nutritionist, but you do have a nutritionist who's on the staff.
Absolutely. Her name is Vanessa Sawyer. She's also the project manager for Hip Hop Heals. And also the other gentleman who works with us is Artie Green. He's the music director.
And labeling, as this caller talks about, is so important.
Absolutely.
And are the labels getting any better for kids, for food?
I think that they're based on our research, the labels are very confusing, meaning that until they get a system where they systematically put labels in a system where it's more clear, then we're going to always have problems. You're not going to be able to understand calorie range, because if you go in certain establishments, it gives you a range. So one example we like to use in our program is in McDonald's, when you go to McDonald's, they give you a calorie range. So if you add, what size you add will bring that range up. So if you order a Big Mac, it's 540 calories. But if you add a shake, or you add fries, the range goes up. So that's really not clear across the board. So when they come out with a systematic program where it makes it clearer, I think it'll be easier for people, adults and kids, to read the menu boards.
I've got a couple more questions that have just come in. One of them here says, what are some future plans to come to Hip Hop Heals?
Well, Hip Hop Heals, what we're doing is we're trying to make sure we bring this around the country. And we want to make sure that if you are in between 3rd grade and 6th grade, that we meet you in some form or fashion, and we come to your school. So we're looking to do that. So we do have a website. that allows people to become hip hop health ambassadors, where they can join and they can actually do some of the work that we're doing in their local schools.
That's great, because it really becomes an interactive, beyond just all of you interacting with the kids.
Absolutely.
Then the kids can pass that on to other kids.
And we've got the website up on the screen there, so people can write it down. And can they contact you?
Absolutely. They can always email me at easyad@hiphoppublichealth.org.
Okay.
Yeah.
And again, viewers, stay tuned, because we're going to dance up here just a few minutes. We're going to dance. Your last chance to ask questions for Easy AD on the topic of hip hop heals.
We've got another question here from Tyler Jones. He says, why was your main target to help kids get active? How did hip hop come into the picture? You've somewhat answered it.
I did, actually. Well, first, I can go. I'm a pioneer of hip hop. I'm one of the founding fathers of hip hop. I'm in health. I work with kids all my life. I had an opportunity to join the program and bring my skills and my expertise to make the program more fun and interactive.
And you were a teacher.
Absolutely.
You were a
phys ed teacher.
And that includes health education as well.
Health education. Always education.
That experience must have helped you shape this program?
It helped me.
Being in the classroom for
it helped me, absolutely. It helped you understand young people, because a lot of times when you walk in a space, you automatically think that the kids should respect you. They respect you because you're an adult, but do you connect with them? That's the question.
We've one more question for Easy. What other techniques do you have that work to help kids get active?
I walk the walk and talk the talk. So when you're standing up in front and you're talking to them, and they look at you and they go, okay, and you explain what you eat for breakfast, what you do in your lifestyle. And the example I like to share is a parent would say, or an adult say, don't smoke like me. And the kids will look at you like that. So I say, I don't smoke. I exercise. I drink lots of water. So I'm a prime example. I live what I teach. So that's how I do it.
Well, I'm going to put my hat on here. And I thank you for giving me the hat. And I want to show some of the items that you have. These are giveaways to the kids to help reinforce the message, right? And at the top of this segment, I showed this little red, yellow, and green.
Absolutely.
And go slow and whoa.
Right.
You want to explain that for 1 second?
Well, go slow was a concept that we used to simplify foods. Go foods are foods that you can eat anytime. Slow foods are foods that you can eat sometime. And whoa foods are foods that you want to eat, once in a while.
Sure.
And we use music to introduce each item when we're performing it. So we have a game that the kids could do. And also one of the things that we didn't talk about is we use audio response devices when we go into the schools. We do a pre and post test with the kids, and they use this. So we keep them engaged at all times. So there's no time where they're not engaged in the program.
And I see T-shirts.
Absolutely. We have wonderful giveaways.
You know what? I have a bag of tricks right here. I'm going to let you pull them out.
So one of the things we use, this is a bag that they could possibly win when they answer a question.
Okay.
We have water bottles that they can win when they answer a question. We have a shirt.
Because drinking water is another part of staying healthy, staying hydrated.
That's absolutely. This shirt was designed by a good friend of mine. His name is Chuck D from the group Public Enemy. And he designed this shirt, the Go Slow Whoa shirt. And it's really exciting. So the kids always want to win a T-shirt. We also have magnets that the kids can put on their refrigerator. So every time you open the refrigerator, you can remember your daily calorie numbers. Now, everyone has a unique daily calorie number, but you can go on our website and get your own daily calorie numbers. And this daily calorie number for the kids who are between the ages of 8 and 10. So if you're a little bit younger, you need a little bit less calorie, a little bit older, you need a little bit more. And they range between 1,400 and 2,200. So they can win that. One of the most exciting things, all the kids get this. They get our comic books. Now, these are the messages that we use in the program. They take these comic books home and they do different exercises with their parents. So
great.
They teach their parents what they learned in school. And I think that they become advocates for, believe me, if we're in the school for 2 days, when they come back the second day, they tell you exactly what they told their parents about what they learned.
Word.
Absolutely, word for word. And they're very proud. Kids love information, and they love to share. And we also have a jump rope that they can win, and jumping rope and keeping
Keeping fit.
is very important. And also we have a band. Like the kids are into bands.
Yes.
So this is have the daily calorie number. They can put on their wrist to remind them their daily calorie numbers between all this. And we do have games on our website that they can play to reinforce the messages and keep them active and stuff like that. So we give away a lot. We make it interactive. And I think that when the program is over, they ask you, are you coming back? So then you know you did a great job.
That's right. You just had a CD that was released this week, right?
Well, not this week. It was released this year. It's this CD here. This is Songs for a Healthy America, and this is released in conjunction with Michelle Obama's Healthy America. What is it?
Healthy America.
Healthy America.
Yep.
Everything's America. Healthy America.
Right. Partnership for
Healthy America. And we have 23 albums. We have some Grammy Award-winning artists on here, and then we have some artists that just love kids. And one of my favorite songs on here is "You Are What You Eat," from your head down to your feet.
That's great.
And it's really incredible. So, and that's released through Partnership for Healthy America. We have an incredible time. The kids, you can download that for free on iTunes.
That's great.
It's a free download, all 22 songs. So.
That's
great. And it's on the website that we had up on the screen.
It is on the website, absolutely.
Repeat that website name again.
hiphoppublichealth.org.
hiphoppublichealth.org. Okay.
Yes.
A lot to say.
We have some more questions. I don't know if we have a little bit of time left, but this is coming in from George Gomez. What other hip-hop artists do you want to reach out to join your organization?
Well, before I answer that question, let me explain to you who we have.
Okay.
Well, first we have Mr. Dougie Fresh. We have DMC from Run DMC. We also have Chuck D, and we have myself.
So there's really no room for anyone
Well,
else.
I think we would make. I don't know. I haven't thought about anyone else. I think maybe we might want to bring in. I don't know. So I think those artists right now are rolling with us, and I think that if you look at the cartoons and the songs, it did a great job. And I just want to mention our music producer Artie Green. He does all the tracks on our albums.
Sounds great.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Yeah, we have another question from a Jake Peterson. What have you learned from working with kids regarding health-related issues? Which, again, you've kind of answered, but...
I mean, what I've learned is that kids are the power, and when you listen to them, you learn from them, and then you can shape whatever you're doing and make it better. That's what I've learned.
If we have parents or kids that would like to see you and the program in their school around here, what should they do?
Well, they can email me at EasyAD, that's EASYAD, at hiphoppublichealth.org, and send your question, and we'll see what we can do.
Okay. Now, we had a video for Go Slow Whoa. Do we have time for that? We do. I'm told we do have time for that. So this is the song that you were just talking about.
Yes.
And we have the video for it. And thank you for bringing that, by the way.
Absolutely.
And can we take a look at that? And then you're going to see something you've never seen before on the Local Live. Let's take a look at.
Slow, whoa, go, 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 slow, go, slow, whoa, go, slow. Bring it back down. Slow, whoa, go, slow, whoa, go. Bring it back down.
But you still gotta use a little caution when you even better have the nutrients you need. They're a little bit higher in empty calories. These foods give us protein, carbohydrates, and vitamin D, even calcium for strong bones. What are these foods?
Bring it back down. Slow, whoa, go, slow, whoa, go. Bring it back down.
Foods you can eat anytime, any day of the week, even though they ain't sweet. It's so good in the hood, if you know what I mean. Fresh fruit, whole grain, low fat, extra lean. Unsweetened, can't be beaten when you sip your iced tea. Fresh fish, make it bake, broil, grill, or even steam. What you oughta do is drink some water, dude. Limit your sugar if you cook, 'cause it will keep you real.
Bring it back down. Slow, whoa, go, slow, whoa, go. Bring it back down.
Wow, that makes me want to move.
It should. That's
okay.
what it does.
First time on the Local Live. Let's do it. What are we going to do now?
We're going to do one of our signature songs, Hip Hop Lean, produced by Artie Green.
Okay.
And I'm up here on the song, me and Artie Green.
Okay, so we're going to stand up for this?
I think we should.
Because we have to exercise everything, above the waist, below the waist.
Everything.
But we can't come out in front because of our cabling here. Okay, come on, Rebecca.
Okay.
Come on in here. We have some crew who'd like to join us.
Okay, so
Come
we're
on,
gonna
crew.
go.
Come on, crew.
We're gonna go say.
Come on, crew. Come on out here, crew.
We're gonna say hip hop lean, hip hop lean, hip hop lean, hip hop lean.
Come on,
to the
crew.
left, to the left, to the right, to the right, to the front, to the back, then stop. Hands up, crisscross, let's rock. Come on, do what you want to do, 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 do what you want to do. To the left, to the left, to the right, to the right, to the front, to the back, then stop. Hands up, crisscross, let's rock. Come on, do what you want to do. This is when the kids get really funky. They just do it.
Do what you want to do.
And this is where the adults feel like ridiculous.
That's it.
Yeah. Okay, we got more shows. Boy, I'm in the light here. Yeah, they're dancing
Oh, there
in the
they
control
go.
room, but not out here yet. Come on, let's do some little
Come
dancing
on,
here.
come on.
All right, come on, we're gonna do this again.
Okay,
Okay.
hip hop lean, hip hop lean, hip hop lean, hip hop lean. To the left, to the left, to the right, to the right, to the front, to the back, then stop. Hands up, crisscross, let's rock. Come on, do what you want to do, 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 do what you want to do.
Don't do what you want to do. Well, I think you want to stay tuned. Yes?
Yeah, stay tuned.
You gotta say?
Yeah, I'll say, stay tuned. Be right back. You're watching
The Local Live.
Hey guys, you're watching The Local Live. Stay tuned. Yeah.
This week in sports, Rhinebeck goalkeeper Rich Barrios makes a sensational save to preserve a scoreless tie in a game the Panthers would go on to win in overtime in lmc-tv's Varsity Sports Play of the Week.
The backheel pass, the shot off the crossbar! Rich Barrios got a fingertip on it. It was just enough to get it to the bar. Andrew Madigan took the drive. Barrios just got his fingertips on it and it rang off the crossbar.
This past Saturday, Larchmont hosted the annual Big Truck Day. It was a lot of fun. I was there and I have the story. Hi, I'm Anthony Carlo and I'm in Larchmont where it is Public Safety Day as well as Truck Day. And parents are bringing out their little ones to try out some not-so-little trucks as well as learn some crucial safety tips. The bonding between the parents and their children as they help them into the big trucks makes the day. But there is an important factor of learning about safety, and I got my own lessons on what police use to protect us every day.
Well, this is an infrared. This tell us if someone's hiding behind a door or something. Just from the body heat, we'll be able to locate a perpetrator or something with the heat sensor from this machine here.
We call unintended packages, which are bags or stuff that people think that may be out of the ordinary. And we use our dogs to clear them. They smell them, they make sure they're safe.
Would you say it's a stressful life for a dog like this?
No, these dogs are they're bred to do it. They love doing this. This is what they want to do. This guy, you know, like I say, he's 2 years old. He can't sit still. He wants to work. All he wants to do is work and please us. They're bred for it. It's really rewarding. It's probably one of the best things you can ever have.
Would you say this is a stressful life for you? Learning can be fun, but finding a favorite truck can be more fun. And kids definitely have an opinion on which their favorite one is.
The lift truck, that one. The garbage truck.
He's speechless. He likes it so much. Now, I also heard that you had some hot dogs. Which was better, the truck or the hot dogs?
Truck.
Even the supervisor of the town of Mamaroneck, Nancy Seligson, has a favorite.
I'm most excited about our hybrid truck because it's, gets the best mileage and is the cleanest truck that we have running here.
Life-saving techniques are being taught to the very same kids having fun in the trucks.
This contraption here is donated to us for the day by the City of New Rochelle Fire Department. It's our smoke trailer.
which is a public education tool that we use to learn what to do inside of a burning structure.
We go through a demonstration of what to do when the stove is on and how you shouldn't be touching the pots. And then we talk about the smoke alarms and how the detectors let you know when there's smoke in the building and what you should do when it goes off.
It doesn't take a long period of time for you to be overcome by those gases. And if you're unaware of them, if you don't have a detector, it could be deadly. And it has happened in the past.
Children are not the only ones gaining something from this day. Parents and grandparents are taking part in the fun and learning as well, some of them making long trips to do so.
Well, it's obviously a wonderful opportunity for the kids to enjoy and see all these wonderful exhibits, but to learn something about safety. And we came from Virginia to do it.
Captain of the Larchmont Police Department, Antonino Regano, had one main goal, which he was able to accomplish.
What we want to do is we want to bring the public safety aspect closer to the community.
On a beautiful day, the community came out and enjoyed and tried out some of the vehicles used in public safety all the time. And I never thought that I'd be sitting in one of them. For the Local Live, I'm Anthony Carlo, signing off.
On Sunday, September 28th, the village of Mamaroneck held its first volunteer fire department day at Harbor Island. Our new reporter for the Local Live, Michael Ciandrio, reports.
On Sunday, September 27th, the Village of Mamaroneck Fire Department held its first annual Volunteer Firemen's Day at Harbor Island. Robert Peccia, the chief of the department, took us around the event and told us a little more of what he hoped it would accomplish.
Well, this event today was actually to show the community that we're 100% volunteer fire department, and to give also the community the knowledge of what we do and some type of fire prevention also. So it's multifaceted.
Members of the community took a look into the lives of their volunteer firefighters, featuring first-hand demonstrations of the rigorous training exercises they undergo, as well as in-depth instructions to the department equipment. Chief Peccia explained that the department has 225 active members trained in vehicle extrication, high-angle rescues, and other scenarios that the volunteers depicted right before our eyes.
Do you see any future firefighters here today?
I hope so. That's one of the reasons why we do this. Without new volunteers, we couldn't keep going.
For teaching kids about fire safety, a popular attraction was the Smokehouse Trailer, a simulation where children experience what it's like to be in a fire. I asked two new friends of mine, Nico and Carolina, some questions about the fire safety skills they learned from the smokehouse, but as it turned out, they still had a question or two from me as well.
Did you guys get a chance to go inside the safety house?
Yes, is that one question? Can you answer questions?
Of course I can answer questions.
Okay. Is that phone real in there?
Say again?
Is that phone real in there?
That phone? I'm not so sure. It might be part of the exercise. It might be real. Why don't we go in and find out?
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I gotta get on over there. Sorry, I'm a little bit tall for this. Looks like we already got it in the drill. Okay, do you guys know what to do?
Yes. Oh.
We're gonna get down?
Down. Cover your face.
Cover your face. Cover your face.
Just like that. Or your neighbors can call you. In the ambulance, just stay where you are, if possible. Just say SOS out of the window.
All right, SOS out the window, and you guys seem to know what to do. I'm proud of you. Pop it right here. All right, now let's get out of here. I'm getting pretty hot.
When the day started to wind down, I asked the chief what he thought was the most successful event of the day.
Well, it's got to be the ladder rides by far. Kids get to go up on that ladder. That's a dream come true for most of these kids. You know, we take it for granted. It's part of our job. You know, I've been doing this for almost 20 years. And every time I go up there, I still feel like a little kid. So it's good for them.
You think I can get up there?
Absolutely. You can go. My pleasure.
If you've ever watched an Italian movie, you've seen those little scooters running up and down the street. The Vespa, a symbol of bohemian elegance. Now, our youngest producer, Andre Gordon, takes a closer look at this transportation marvel. Let's take a look at his Vespa story.
Hi, I'm Andre Gordon, here at a scooter festival called the Bagel Brunch.
Welcome to the Bagel Brunch, everybody.
Here in New Rochelle, the Bagel Brunch is an event hosted by Tom and Anna Giordano, where scooter enthusiasts can come and show off their Hot Wheels and chat out some delicious bagels.
Oh, this is our 11th annual event. It's called the Tom and Anna Bagel Brunch and Odd Scoot Classic.
What's this scooter right here?
This is our featured scooter this year. Every year we try to have a focus on one unusual vintage scooter of the 1940s, 50s, and 60s. This is a 1948 Salisbury that we just finished restoring. It's in black and it's a beautiful bike and ready to hit the roads.
So you restore all these scooters?
Sometimes we clean them up. We find them in as good condition as we can, and frequently a scooter this old will be in poor condition, so we will strip it down to piece one and restore the whole thing.
So there you have it. If you like scooters, get down here next year.
This is Andre Gordon for the Local Live, signing off.
We would like to thank Andre for contributing his story, and we would love to see your contributions as well. We want your reports and ideas to improve our community news show. Make sure to email our producer Shayla Navarro at snavarro@lmc-tv.org.
You're watching the Local Live on LMC-TV.
Pip will instantly steal your heart. He is a loving, sweet dog saved from euthanization. Through all of his troubles, his tail has never stopped wagging, and he happily greets everyone he meets.
Pip is looking for a home with other doggy siblings to play with. He has love for all, including young kids, dogs of all sizes, even cats too.
He's up to date on all shots. He's neutered and microchipped. So if you're ready to give Pip a forever home, reach out to Vanessa Moyo at vmuoio@hrg.net.
Sadly, we've come to the end of the show.
And of course, if you missed this broadcast, you can always tune in any night of the week at 7:30 p.m. to watch again. Channel 75 on Cablevision and 36 on Verizon. For LMC TV, I'm Anthony Carlo.
And I'm Erica Lynn. We'll see you again next week with your local news.
Tell us what you think. In person, over the phone, online. Watch and hear yourself on TV. You tell us, we air it. This is the Local Live.